What's up everyone, this is Graffiti Tutorials, and today I'm just going to be carrying on with this piece again. In the last video, part 3 that was, the last one, we just went round in the middle, we put some stars in here, we done the outline, and we also coloured in the 3D as well. In this one I'm going to be putting some details and highlights in the 3D, going to put some highlights on the letters, and then we're going to do some sort of second outline as well. I haven't left a lot of room around it, I should have left a bit more room really, but yeah, we'll see what we can do with this space here as far as it goes for the second outline anyway. So for the 3D, I'm just gonna, you can do this with just black and white, it still looks really good, but I'm gonna use some of the colours as well, and I'm basically just gonna stick some lines in the 3D, okay? Some people call it a barcode 3D, but yeah, whatever you want to call it. I'm just gonna put some lines in there in white and some different colours, just different widths and stuff. And the main rule with this, you've got to stick to the edges where the actual 3D would be. Like for instance, this is all coloured in here because you've got the 3D from this and the 3D from this piece here, okay? So I'm just going to stick to where the edge of that would have been, if that makes sense. So I'll stick a line in there. Like that. Just get it as neat as you can, then I'm going to go back through later with the black and cut it all up again and make it look good, make it look nice and clean. But yeah, just get it as neat as you can now, and then there won't be as much cleaning up to do later. But yeah, you will get some bits that look all flared up and horrible anyway, so don't worry too much about that because you can always clean it up. But I'm just going to go through and stick some just random lines in with the white and leave some space for the colours, which I'm going to do later as well. Check that out, man. Flipping snails on my can, pooing all over it, man. Right, so I've gone through, put all the little lines in the 3D. So now we're just going to go around cutting them off. You can see these have gone quite close to the edge and that, so we're just going to cut them off with the outline, cut them off in between there, make everything look nice and clean. So you're not going to get it perfect first time, but don't worry about it as you're going along. If it looks a bit rubbish, you can always clean it up later. That's the great thing about spray paint. Now, you see bits like here, where the 3D is only that big, it hasn't filled up that full gap. There's a few bits where I should have done it really. Like here, I should have just been more careful and left that space, but you can always get the background colour and just fill that back in there, but I use emulsion for that, so I'm not going to get a paintbrush and start painting that in now, you know what I mean? So when we do the second outline, I'll just fill it in with the second outline colour, but when there should be a gap, make sure with these lines you don't just go right to the edge, just keep it the same width as what the 3D should be all the way, if you know what I mean. So I'm just going to go through, just cleaning these up, just cutting them back in like that. Right, so that's all that done. I've just gone through, cleaned it all up with the black again. As you can see, they're all looking nice and neat now. So it's looking banging already, but you can stick some highlights on as well. Always makes the piece look better. Now for highlights, they just go on one edge of the letter, okay? They go on the right side. So say this part here, it's going to go on the right side of it. This part here on the right side. This part here on the right side. If you're doing the highlights on the left, then it goes on the left side and so on. So you can stick it right on the edge, so it's literally touching the black line if you want, but I like to keep mine in a little bit like that. And again with these, you just want to do what you did with the outline, just do as long strokes as you can, move your whole body so that you can get a nice clean line, and just be quick with it. Don't like be too hesitant, because the slower you go, the worse your line is going to look. So you literally just want to just do quick lines like that, okay? Right, so I've stuck all them highlights on now. If you want a nice sharp edge, you can get obviously the base colour and just cut it off, get them nice and sharp. If you mess one up, obviously just go over it, do the same thing. And another thing I do just to make the piece shine a little bit more, is literally I just dust a little bit of paint onto them like that. When you stand close to it, you can't really see the effect of it, but once you stand back, you'll notice a difference. Right, so that's the highlights done, and as you see when you stand back, you can really see the shine on them now after dusting that bit of paint on. So now we're going to move on to the second outline. The second outline, you can literally just do one skinny line all the way around it in white or some of your colours, or we can do some bubbles or some drips coming down from it. Like, you can go mad with that as well and do all different shapes and stuff. But I think I'm just going to grab a few of them colours down there, and I'm just going to do random bits of colour here and there on my outline and see what it looks like. Right, so I've done a second outline with some of these colours that I've got. And to be honest, with this space, there's not much I can really do now. It's fine if you leave it like that, but I'm just going to chuck a couple of shapes in here. Right, so that's that. I'll chuck some quick shapes in there. I stuck a little highlight on them as well. But that's about all I could do with that space, really. To be honest, I think it looks a bit overdone, but I think it's because it's in a small space. But that is how you paint a graffiti piece from start to finish. But well, that's how I do it anyway. I hope you guys like this series, and make sure you subscribe to see more like this, more tutorials. Let us know in the comments if there's anything you want to learn, and hit the like button.